Good afternoon. I'm going to be reading a brand new poem entitled My Calling. Chaos descends, and evil reveals itself through many heinous acts, prompting fear to take root. But faith surpasses the temptation to cringe, to run and cower. Only in darkness is light discernible, and God's kingdom radiates with an unimaginable brilliance. Every agent of his glorious everlasting kingdom is in possession of a light, a flickering flame. We are beacons, and we draw both friend and foe to us. Our shininess is a noticeable trait. Though the enemy of my soul deems me a threat, I will not tremble, for my God is greater than the one in this world. I will run towards the darkness, and by God's immeasurable grace contest its hold. I will use what God has laid at my disposal and engender a change. The sound of iron bending and breaking, wood splintering, an intense battle. I was made for this, created to wield the weapons of this supernatural warfare and to succeed. I have not been given a spirit of timidity, so I am bold, I am zealous, I am tenacious. I am a man who comes from warrior stock. I do not sulk beneath a cloud of shameful remorse. I thrive in this setting, in this season, uninhibited by that which roams the shadows and lurks on the periphery. I am an anointed one who bears the marks of one chosen by God. The scars I bear designate me a survivor, one who possesses fortitude and who rises to the occasion. I am not to be pitied, but empathy will produce understanding. I am a veteran, a man who faced death, but was spared. I was given more time by a most merciful and perceptive God. I espouse frequently words intended to impart courage and morale. I do not slink nor shirk. I do not retreat or whimper. With pen in hand, I assault those ideas that I am somehow weak. I transmit words of life to those around me because I want to see people flourish, to watch circumstances crack as God proves himself the unrivaled champion. I am not apathetic to the terrible scenes I see transpiring, but I will not capitulate to a less-than force who bars me entry but cannot prevent his own demise, who cannot avert his annihilation. His schemes have proven ineffective, for here I sit, menacingly, taking directives from that power which rendered my obstinate foe defeated. The tempter works painstakingly to exploit a weakness, to gain an access point, and when his work is done, the accuser begins to exert a dispiriting assault. Torrents of shame and guilt greet me, soak me, and I am disgusted by this turn of events. I begin to harbor a self-loathing attitude, and that is the beginning of the end. When one sees little value in himself, he then becomes vulnerable, susceptible to many frightful, harmful temptations. He treats others as inferiors. God becomes hidden behind an overcast sky, and his unconditional love cannot be grasped. It becomes a gift bestowed upon those good people. It is a reward given those who perform extraordinarily. To separate oneself from the love of God is to live a life ruled by fear and contempt, and no one can afford to live in such a ragged state of mind. We must collect ourselves, hold on to the truth, dismiss the lies, and trust him to prepare us for tomorrow and for uncertainty. I must, every waking moment, transmit love, grace, hope, and joy to release the bounty of an open heaven that is accessible to me, and watch God drench the setting and revive a dying fire.